Hello again, everyone. This is Jeff. Talking to a couple guys last night on YouTube, and wanted to hit on the safety aspect of using these propane tanks real quick. When I purchased these 3 tanks, obviously it's supposed to be empty, and I carried 2 of them out to my vehicle, and the guy I purchased them from, he carried the 3rd one. And when I got home, I noticed one was a little heavier, and it looks like an older tank, probably, and you can see the weld here in the center. These other 2 have no welds. These 2 here, obviously newer model tanks, and this is an older one. So I didn't think a whole lot of it. Yeah, I figured it was just thicker walled, heavier metal or whatever construction. So in preparation of taking these valves off here, there's little protection rings that went around them. I started tearing these things down, and I went to open these up. I figured let them air out. Got to this one. I don't know if you can hear this. I cracked this main valve open, and obviously gas started rushing out, and let it run for about 30 to 40 seconds, and it was just getting more intense, and actually the valve itself started frosting up. So this thing has still a considerable amount of gas in it, still LP propane. So before you start messing with these things, purge them, fill them with water. Safety first. One of these things can kill you pretty quick, blow up, if you start cutting and grinding on it without purging it, filling it with water. I'm sure go online if you're not really for sure, on how to mess with these things as far as cutting them apart and everything. Go online, Google it, YouTube it, whatever. I'm sure there's some information around to show you how to properly discharge and purge these tanks before you start hacking and cutting on them, getting any flame near them, grinder or whatever. So just wanted to hit on that real quick. Unfortunately, I've got to go out of town, and I wanted to get a good jump start on these things, but I've got to load up some of my equipment, and that's another thing I'm going to get into on some of my other videos, some of the welders, torches. I've been doing custom fab work for probably 25, 27 years, something like that, and I've come across some really neat equipment. It's not necessarily the cheapest to buy, but I know a lot of you guys, you're saving up for plasma cutters and wire feeds and stuff like this, and they're fine. I've got them. I've got plasma cutters. I got buzz boxes, spool guns, you name it. I've got a little of everything kind of floating around. Sorry about this mess. This is supposed to be my home shop where I'd work out in the winter, kind of bring a project in and work on it. And it's kind of become my catch-all overflow for a little of everything. So that's another thing I need to do before I get it too heavily into this. I need to start moving some of this stuff out, find another home for it, whatever, take it back to the shop. But I need to get some space cleared out where I can actually start building these things. And I'd like to actually get one set up in here to heat with this winter. Maybe set it back in the corner, or I don't know, something like that. Actually heat this garage. And my ultimate plan here is to build 2 for my personal use. I want to put one out here in the shop, and then one up in the house, and use it for a primary heating system for both, and then use my I got a blue flame heater down I put in the basement after I gutted the old furnace system out. Had a original coal burner in the basement, and I gutted it out when I first purchased the home 3 years ago, and tried baseboard heat, electric heat, and all that. Been a couple different routes, and ended up getting one of those little blue flame heater things, hanging it on the chimney downstairs, and has worked really well last winter. But you know, it only shoots a gas bill up probably $30 to $40 higher in the winter time than it does normally, you know, through the summer. But still, there's room for improvement. I mean, if I can get one of these stoves set up, I'm sure be a lot more efficient and save on, you know, bills. Is ultimately, you know, where this is heading. That's why I'm trying to look at something to be. I want it super efficient. You know, get the most bang. You know, most BTUs. You know, out of this stove that I possibly can with a little amount of wood or pellets or whatever media, you know, you want to use to burn in these things. I'm going to kind of bounce a couple ideas I've had off some people on YouTube also about some ideas I've seen. Some people using those little wood pellets from like Tractor Supply, feeding these things. You know, size of the burner box. I really like the couple of the designs that's on there, especially the one with the glass door on it, where you pretty much have a full burning box where it burns, you know, the whole log instead of just the tips. And I've seen another one on there that actually has like a self-feeder for the wood pellets. They kind of gravity feed down, you know, burn as they go down. So I'm thinking about maybe doing like a hybrid, trying to converge the two ideas into these things and go from there. So I don't know, we'll draw it out on paper, start building this thing, and kind of see where it goes. So might be a few days before I actually get to start cutting on these, at least two of them. The other one, obviously, I've got a top hat, one of those old top hat heaters back there on the shelf. So when it starts getting cold, I'll just hook it up to the one tank that has the propane in it, and use it for a heat source till it runs out. Get it all emptied out, and then I'll cut it apart. But so that's it for now. I've got to go out of town for a few days, make some money, and I'll be back post on this thing when I get back. Start, like I said, cutting on these things and getting busy with this. Thanks.